Hey guys, it is Podkinz episode 87, and I'm here, of course, with my co-host Mandy. Hey, Mandy.
Hey, Michael.
So this is going to be a fun episode today.
Well, it is because we're going to be talking to artists, and we always love talking to the artists.
Exactly. We have two artists here. They've both been on the podcast before, and they're here to talk about the haunted castle room theme. And so Mike is here. Hey, Mike. He's done a bunch of concepts before. Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys.
And I'm glad that you're back.
Thanks for having me.
And Erik is here. Hey, Erik.
Hey.
Erik is an implementation artist, correct?
That's me. That's what I do.
That's awesome. And he's been here before as well to talk about some items. Yeah. So, Mandy, of course, we had a vote for this year's Halloween room theme. And the winning vote was actually the haunted castle room theme.
Which was my favorite. So I was very glad that it won.
Yeah. And we're going to...
They were all great, but that was my favorite.
Yeah. So there was the haunted castle one. There was a happy Halloween one. And there was also a trick-or-treat street, I believe.
Yeah, they were all great. I think maybe because we just did party time in the spring, maybe that's why the Happy Halloween one, maybe
exactly.
That's why it didn't win the top. But yeah, Haunted Castle was definitely the top of my list.
And by the way, Mandy, before I forget, we should tell everybody that at the end of the episode, we're going to be giving away 3 community codes for a Kinzville Academy cheerleading outfit.
I know, that is so cool that we're giving away 3 in 1 Podkinz.
Yeah.
Maybe we did it with the tonic at some point, but still, that's pretty cool.
Right. So there's, or the moonberry baskets, or the berry baskets, sorry. But so there's the a top, a skirt, and pom-poms, and we think it's going to be a great Halloween costume for your pet.
Exactly.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now look at this. Here's the Podkinz picture. And Mandy, we're both wearing costumes.
I like that wig on me,
Yeah, I love that costume. That is, of course, you're dressed up as Cowabell.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And I guess you're a scarecrow.
That's right. I am a scarecrow. So there you go. I thought that we should wear some Halloween costumes because this is like our Halloween episode. But before we get started on all of our Halloween stuff, Mandy, let's check to see what's in our Kinz post.
Okay, so we have 2 Kinz posts today. And the first one is from Perfect29. And they say, "Hi, Podkinz. So I had an idea where you could make Webkinz comics."
Cool.
I know. There could be new issues once every month. I had this idea during the latest Podkinz episode because I thought it could be really cool if there was a comic of a Webkinz pet walking around. And then the other pet just comes out of nowhere from the bag of leaves or leaves pile. And I thought it would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. People could draw the comic on a piece of paper and take a picture to send. The limit for the comic should be 2 pages maximum and half of a page minimum. It should also be horizontal. I think this would be a really good idea since I noticed they aren't making any new W-Tail stories. Sincerely, Perfect29. Well, this is a great idea. You know what? It seems like it could be a good share center idea.
Yeah, absolutely. We love to see fan art and fan created art. And so I think a comic book's a great idea. So if anybody wants to try to create one, just upload it to the share center on webkinznews.com and then share it with all of us.
Maybe we should, start a section, just leave it open. And if people want to submit comics,
sure,
do that.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I was going to say when I first read the first line, I was thinking they were suggesting we make Webkinz comics ourselves, which would be amazing. But as the 2 artists here can tell you, we're really busy because Mike is always making new items and Erik is always making them work in the game. So
no, absolutely. And if you want, you guys can also email us your artwork at podkinz@gans.com if you have a comic book idea. And also, actually, Mandy, this reminds me, a bunch of players actually over Christmas as well have taken screenshots of their rooms and set up their pets in their rooms in different ways and then kind of created a story that way through a series of pictures. I remember someone last year did the Christmas story, right? And I think somebody, before did the Nutcracker.
You know what? Years and years ago on Webkinz News, I did a couple of plays, which is sort of the same idea. Like I'd line up all the little Webkinz in their room and build the set and take screenshots. And I wrote a play, which was kind of fun.
Very cool.
So that's an idea too.
But thank you for your email, Perfect29.
Yeah, and we have another one.
Okay.
Dear Michael and Mandy, I just love your Podkinz episodes. They're so fun. You guys are funny, kind, and awesome.
Oh, that's nice.
I love when you guys traded in the trading room. That was a cool episode. I'm not allowed to use Kinz Chat Plus, so hopefully I'll see you guys in the regular trading room once. I have twice been in room design, so thank you very much for that. Me and my family were so surprised. When will the next Room Design Awards be?
Wow.
I can't wait. Love, Baba Shuka.
Baba Shaka, yeah, I actually remember that name because they have sent me several room designs
Yeah.
before. But we actually, Mandy, just had our latest room design awards. People could vote on September 11th, and we revealed the winners on September 13th, and there was 3. You can check Webkinz News for that. All great room designs. And guys, you know what? Keep sending me your room designs. You can send them to me at letsbuild@gans.com because, you know, we're going to continue this series of videos on Webkinz and continue hosting these awards. And you know what? We never really know when the next one's going to be, but usually they're like 3 months apart, 3 or 4 months apart. So our last one was September, so you can expect another one in the next few months. So good luck, guys. Yeah, and so thank you for your emails. If you'd like to email Mandy and I, you guys can send your emails to podkinz@gans.com because we'd love to hear from you.
The Inside Scoop!
Here is a look at the Haunted Castle room theme. Now, there's 12 items here in total, and you can see them all on screen right now. Mike, you did the concepts for all of these, correct?
Yes.
So we're going to take a look at a few of your concepts shortly, but I think this is really neat because now Dave, who's an artist who's not here actually, he modeled all these in 3D, correct?
Yeah, most of them, I believe.
That's really cool. And it's neat because he could base his designs off of the medieval theme. That's a rare theme in the curio shop. So we have a medieval theme already. And the idea with this Haunted Castle theme was to be able to mix and match these two themes together to create like a really epic haunted castle. So Dave could take inspiration from the current medieval theme in order to model these items. Mike, you first take a stab at it by creating a sketch. And Dave is influenced by that sketch in order to create the final item, correct?
Yeah, of course. Your descriptions are always so wonderful. They always inspire me to come up with the concepts that I put out.
That's really neat. And actually, I noticed the picture there, the haunted portrait of the queen there. That actually, you did a concept for that. So did Dave actually just take your concept drawing and then add a frame to it to create the final piece?
No, actually, that was the one 3D item I got as well as the concept.
Okay.
So what I did was I just refined it a little bit more and then, modeled the frame to suit the painting.
Neat. Well, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful painting. And I love that the queen matches the queen in the chair, but also like the frame, like the detail is just incredible. So not only is the picture beautiful, but wow, that frame is so detailed and beautiful.
Absolutely. So we're going to look at now a couple of Mike's concepts and compare them to the final design. Now, here's the Haunted Castle throne, which I love. What happens is when you first add this to your room, it appears empty. There's nothing on it. Then when you click on it, this queen magically appears, this haunted queen. And so, Mike, there's your concept on the left, and there's Dave's final item on the right. I was just wondering now, I don't think you were given a specific pet to use as the queen. So how did you come up with this one?
I can't remember. I did look through some pets, actually. And when Dave was modeling it, actually, he asked me, and I just can't remember it now.
Is it the Arctic fox, maybe? Or?
That looks like a fawn.
It is a
fawn.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's one of the fawns, yeah.
But so maybe this just one caught your eye kind of thing? Because I actually think it's perfect.
I think it was the blue because it was going to be a ghostly figure. And I guess I always associate blue as closest thing to a color that a ghost would have.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, like a...
And I really like it as well because it's almost the face is sort of expressionless. I mean, or you can't really tell what sort of emotion this queen is experiencing because the features are quite neutral, which makes it almost like eerie. And you can really role play in your mind how, the backstory behind this queen.
Yeah. And Dave did a really good job animating the character.
Absolutely. And Erik, you were working on the animation as well, right? Just getting the right feel and the right movements for this item. I think it turned out really, really well.
Yeah, Dave and I sort of worked together on this one. We had a little bit of back and forth. We tried a couple different things. And I think in the end, we came up with something really nice.
Awesome. And it reminds me of an item actually that you worked on last year as well. It was the Haunted Hotel lobby desk, which also when you clicked on it had a ghost appear typing on a computer or something.
Right. That's right. She was a receptionist and just kind of faded in and started taking notes and taking, what would that be called when you...
Reservations.
That's
there
it.
you go.
That's right.
Reservations. Now, Mike, one more question about this one. This is modeled to kind of work with the existing thrones that we have from the medieval theme. I really like the fact that you added that stone base underneath the chairs, because the two other thrones didn't have that, but it gives it some elevation and it's really nice. How did you come up with that idea? Were you comparing these a lot to the medieval items when you were concepting them out, or was this completely from your imagination? Kind of thing?
I think it was just because I wanted to elevate it.
Right.
A classic throne, it needs to be higher up. You don't want it to be the same level as like a regular chair or anything like that. So I think that was where that came from, was to create that elevation. It's raised above other seated objects.
Yeah.
I also like there are cracks and chips in the stone, so that sort of adds to the feel of it being old and haunted.
Yep. So as I said, I built a room with these items, so you guys are going to be able to see how they all work in a sec. But here's a look at the Haunted Castle Fireplace. Now, I really like this one because this could work with our medieval theme that I was talking about before in the Cura shop as a rare item, because we don't actually have a fireplace that's part of that theme yet. But really cool. But now all these items kind of have little secrets or cool little aspects to them. And in the concept, Mike, the idea was to create a fireplace that had a hidden staircase that was part of it. And so in your concept drawing there, I think a lot of people got excited on Webkinz News when we started showing them off, because you can see a little spiral staircase behind the fireplace, right?
Yeah.
But that changed a little bit in the final item. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, Dave and I, we sort of had a bit of a chat about how the best way to approach this item.
Right.
And yeah, we came up with a more of a different idea where the secret passageway is actually in the fireplace itself rather than the whole fireplace moving across the wall. So that gives it a bit more of kind of like a secret passageway and without the walls moving and things like that.
I love that. That's great, because on Mike's concept, it's a great concept, but that might be hard to pull off, right? Because it looks like the stairs built into the wall. But of course, we can't have an item that's built into a wall that's also part of an in-room item. So I think that was a great compromise. And again, you guys are all going to see how this fireplace looks when we go check out my room, and I'll show you that fireplace. But really, really cool. Great job. This is the final one that we're going to look at today. And now this is, well, there's two items actually here. There's the Haunted Castle wallpaper and the Haunted Castle flooring. Now, what I really like about this, Mike, is that the wallpaper is taller than our existing wallpaper, so it really creates this grand look in your room. And the colors here, I really like what you chose as the colors as well. On yours, you have sort of those arches are clear and you can see right through it. But Dave had kind of boarded up those arches, which I think is a really interesting creative touch that he did, because, I think both would work really well. But in this case, it looks like almost like a boarded up old castle, which makes it even creepier.
Yeah, I think he took some artistic license with that. And it turned out really well. I think if he kept it open, he would have had to do some painting in the background to, create a sky or whatever. So I think for a 3D artist, it was easier just to build geometry in place of those open windows.
That's really neat. And so, I loved when we had animated wallpaper and flooring, but currently, Erik, that is something that is currently on hold, but we do plan to bring that back.
Yeah, we have someone working on it right now. So yeah, it's going to come back, definitely. Yeah, so right now, like you said, it's just a bit on hold.
Great, yeah. Well, no. I know that you guys have been working really hard on fixing a lot of items, and we're all looking forward to those animated wallpapers and flooring, because those are really cool. Now, on the left there, you see arches that were part of your concept, Mike, as well. And actually, I remember during a meeting, we decided to remove them from the final item because we wanted people to be able to have more room to place items on the wall where they'd like, and the arches were kind of interfering with that. But Mandy,
yes, you know what, it was such a beautiful wallpaper that we thought we don't just want to stick it on the shelf and never use it. So we decided to give this away as a community code. I don't know, our listeners might remember that over the past couple of years, we've done a printable that you could print out a code and cut them up and hand them out with your Halloween candy. So we decided to do that again. So this is a very special wallpaper because there's the version that will be part of the theme that doesn't have those bottom arches. But look at how cool this is with these crumbling arches along the bottom. So now there are two versions of this wallpaper, which is really neat.
Yeah, so you can create a really epic, large haunted castle on your Webkinz account and use different wallpapers to make it feel like really different rooms in the castle. So that's really great, and I'm glad that we hung on to this one.
And so, yeah, on October 21st, just check on Webkinz News. We want to give you enough time so that you can get those ready to hand out on Halloween with your candy, because it's really kind of a fun thing. And if people have never tried Webkinz before, this is a great idea to get them into it.
There you go. So now, guys, I've built a room on my Webkinz account, and I want to show you guys, and we're going to go inside and play around with some of these Halloween items, okay? All right, so here, guys, is the haunted castle that I built.
Wow, look at how great this looks. Oh, my gosh.
It's really cool. And by the way, before I start showing these items, I just want to show off our costumes here, Mandy. So I'm wearing the banana split costume, which is going to be...
super cute.
Yeah, it's one of the new costumes that's available in the Kinzville outlet this year. And then you have the Toadstool Fairy costume.
I like it.
It's
My
really
little
cool.
Toadstool skirt and slippers.
Exactly.
That red and white polka dot. And that is very cute with the little wings.
It matches, the Toadstool theme as well.
Yes, the new Toadstool theme.
Yeah, and those are available from September 27th to November 21st in the Kinzville outlet. Now, here are all the haunted castle items. Now, notice here that this window is really cool because you can see lightning through it, which is really neat. It goes off every now and then. And Erik, this knight here, its eyes are glowing and they blink, correct?
That's right.
That's really cool. So this is actually modeled after the one that we have, the rare one, but it's sort of darker.
Is that the rare one that you've also included?
Yeah, right here. That's the rare one. So the armor is a little bit darker. There's some cobwebs on it, which is really cool. But I want to show you the fireplace. So here it is. Now, we were saying that there was a secret passageway in there, right?
Yep, that's right.
So all you have to do is click on it when you're in play mode. And look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So you can
love it.
I know, it's so cool. So I put it against the wall, but you can put it anywhere you want in the room, but it does look like these stairs are leading up into a secret passageway, which is really cool. And I like it that you can either choose to keep it open like that, or you can choose to close it as well. And the fire, Erik, just comes on automatically, right?
Yep, that's right. Yep.
That's awesome because it is a haunted castle, so that almost is haunting in itself, right? It's just like this magic fire, just all of a sudden, who was that, right, behind me? But now, one of my favorite items, of course, is that haunted castle throne, and I've set up a table here. This is the table that is part of this theme as well, and this has a really cool aspect to it as well, right, Erik?
Oh, the table, yeah. Yes, the candles.
Yeah. So if I sit here, for example, and I click on the table, the candles are going to turn on, and I'm not going to do anything, but they're going to mysteriously blow out on their own, right? So there you go. So that's kind of scary, I think. That's really neat. But look at these chairs here. Here's the haunted dining chair, and then I've put them next to the ones that are available from the Curie Shop, the rare ones, so you can create like this really haunting dining table.
And it's really neat to see them side by side because, you sort of, they're grayish because of the dust.
Exactly.
Like you really see, the aging process between the ones that are new and the haunted ones.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to click on this throne and show you what happens. And there's the queen, and she's actually animated there. And you know what? I put this other chair by the table as well, this other throne, so I can have dinner with the queen. I think this it's really fancy. I love that. I think it's really cool. And Erik, so the queen, does she always appear there? And then I guess you can click to make her disappear again, right?
That's right. If you've invited her for dinner, she'll always attend.
That's awesome. I think that's really, really neat. Now, of course, over here we have the portrait that we saw. And Mike, you worked on this portrait, right?
Yeah.
Now, there's a little twist to this portrait as well, isn't there?
Yes, I guess I worked on a few elements for it, but actually I haven't seen it in functioning yet, so this will be my first time.
Okay, so the idea here is here's the picture of the queen when she was ruling the land, but when you click on it, something mysterious happens. Let's watch. Whoa. So
Oh,
there you go. Now
wow.
it's the day's turn to night, and the queen actually is in her ghost form. So pretty neat. You can see what she looked like when she was alive, and now you see her as she looks like when she's a ghost. And there it is. But I really like this because this could almost be, in my mind, now I'm thinking of a story, this could almost be like, you know, you and I were trick-or-treaters, Mandy, and we happened
Oh, dear.
to wander into this castle, and we wandered into this castle bedroom, and oh my gosh, there's a portrait on the wall. Whose bedroom was this? And then there, of course, she is sitting right there at the table. So I think this is a great theme. People are going to have a lot of fun with it. And actually, I'll show you this as well. Here's the bookshelves, which is really neat.
Oh.
Because when you click on them, yeah, the books magically move from shelf to shelf. So it is really, really awesome. Right here, I have a pillar, for example. This is the haunted pillar, but here's the one from the curio shop. See, so this one's all together and it's fine, but then you mix them with the other ones and all of a sudden the space looks haunted. Of course, here's this wallpaper that's taller than most wallpapers, and I love these.
It looks great.
Yeah, and I love these little accents here of pillars because I've brought them down into my room. Just really, really overall really nice. Oh, wait, and Eric, and there's a cellar over here too, right?
Yep. That's the cellar door to the haunted castle.
Oh, the haunted treehouse, maybe. No. And so here's, yeah, that's cool. When you click on it, a little ghost appears as well. I like this too because if you see it, I'm going to close it quickly, right? You can close it whenever you want before he gets out.
That's right.
I don't want to let him out because he's kind of scaring me.
You've got enough to deal with that queen.
Yeah, exactly. But see, these ones again are from the rare theme from the cure shop as well, like the bench and the bed and stuff. But it just goes so well together. So congratulations, guys, because this turned out awesome. Love this theme. But on another note, actually, we have a bunch of Halloween events happening this year. And one event that is happening is actually a clubhouse event where you go and you collect candy from the ghost. And if you collect all 12 pieces of candy, we give you a special prize. And actually, this year's prize matches the castle theme. It's actually a spooky stained glass window. So I'm going to put it right here, and then you'll see. Take a look at that, Mandy. It's actually...
That is beautiful.
Yeah, that's the grand prize for collecting candy
I love
from
it.
the ghost. Yeah, and that has lightning in it as well. So there's the tour of my haunted castle room, guys. And of course, remember, this theme will be available in the W Shop for Kinz Cash from October 1st to 31st. All right, so guys, I just wanted to let everybody know about upcoming Halloween events. Okay, you saw those costumes that Mandy and I were wearing, the Toadstool Fairy and the Banana Split. Those are going to be available from September 27th to November 21st. Those are absolutely new this year, but also coming back are going to be the Knight's Armor, the Pink Cowgirl, and the Firefighter Costume. The Firefighter Costume wasn't available last year, Mandy, but it is available this year, which is pretty cool. So also, Mandy, of course, that haunted castle room theme that we've just seen was awesome. That one's going to be available from October 1st to 31st. But also available is last year's room theme, which is the Freaky Forest room theme. But that one's only going to be available from the mobile zone on the Webkinz mobile app. Yeah, so it's a great
Wasn't
theme.
that from a couple of years ago, or we added more to
No, it was a couple of, years ago. I think we
okay.
added some to it. Dave and Mike actually worked on that one as well, right? Mike, do you remember that one? It was like an outdoor theme, right? The Freaky
really
Forest
beautiful.
one.
Oh, yeah. That was so much fun to work on.
And I think actually that could really work well with the haunted castle. If you wanted to create a Freaky Forest room outside and then it leads into the castle, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, and I'll just say you can also on eStore,
Mm-hmm.
you can still build a haunted castle, can't you? I believe you can collect pieces for. So you could do an exterior.
Yeah.
And then have this haunted castle room be your interior.
Yeah, they're almost building pieces that you can create walls and turrets and stuff, which is really cool. We just saw that spooky stained glass window. Well, that, of course, is the ghost in the reading room event. And that one's, as I mentioned, is going to go from October 20th to 31st. But also from the 20th to the 31st, we're going to have a costume floaty clicky. So, of course, you can get a Halloween costume from the Kinzville outlet, but you're also going to be able to have the chance to catch one floating in the air. And you'll see a jack-o'-lantern, and every single time you click on it, you'll get a costume piece. And the new costumes to collect this year through that floaty clicky, there's a Pumpkin King costume, which is really cool, and a Pumpkin Queen costume, which is awesome. But also coming back from last year are the Haunted Hotel costumes, the server and staff uniforms, which were really cool. They were haunted and they looked like zombie costumes almost. And then that dragon costume, that awesome dragon costume, is going to be there as well. And of course, Mandy, don't forget to log in on Halloween because you don't want to miss out on that treat bag and the chance to spin the super wheel. But I also should mention that this year we're having a Halloween challenge, and it's running from October 1st to 31st. And the grand prize for that, Mike, I think you can recognize this one because this is the grand prize for completing the challenge. And you did the concept sketch there, and I think you modeled the final one as well, right?
Yeah. I just translated over, the textures from the concept to the 3D model.
And that's cool because that was actually one of the room themes, the concept drawings that people had to vote for our past vote. So it was the Happy Halloween, the Trick or Treat Street, and the Haunted Castle. This was the couch from that, and we had so many great comments and so much great feedback based on your drawing, Mike, that we wanted to actually create it into an item that people can win during Halloween.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, Mike does these amazing concept drawings, and then it's kind of like dangling it out in front of people and then yanking it away. So it's great that they actually get this because, look, it's so cute, those pillows. I want those pillows on my couch.
Absolutely. They're really, really cute. And Erik, it's 2 pets. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Two pillows for each pet.
Well, yeah, there you go. Hey, it doesn't get better than that, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. That was your look at our Halloween events, guys. And stay tuned to Webkinz News because we'll be sneak peeking more stuff from each of those events. But now is the time that we're going to give away feature codes for, like we mentioned off the top, Kinzville Academy cheerleading uniform.
Wow, and that mouse looks pretty cute. Or a rat, I'm not sure.
Right. Yeah, it's a mouse, I guess. I don't know. Actually, it could be a rat. But anyway, we should mention that, Mandy, we gave these away during the Super School giveaway.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you want to collect multiples of these, right? Because you could have a whole squad of cheerleaders.
Exactly. But I also thought that this would be a great Halloween costume for a pet to wear for Halloween. So that's why we're deciding to give away all 3 community codes here for the Kinzville Academy cheerleading uniform that your pets can wear this Halloween. So we're not going to go and read all 3 codes for you. But guys, if you're watching, you can pause and write down these codes. If you have problems seeing them, just ask a friend to read them back for you. But yeah, there you go. Very awesome. Now another podcast is over, Mandy. 87. Can you believe it?
I know.
I always love it, and I know that everybody always loves it when we have guests on. So, Erik, thank you so much for coming in and talking about your work because it's awesome.
You're very welcome. I love coming in here.
Awesome. I hope we'll come back again. And Mike, as always, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your work as well.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's always great to see all this stuff come together. It's really awesome.
Awesome. Well, I know that people love to hear you guys talk about your work. So we will talk to you soon on the next podcast. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.